wherever is the head, superior. Automatic, below, inferior pa. Where's medial lateral? So wherever is the head is directed to, that would be the medial side. So opposite and lateral side here. Where's anterior posterior? So wherever are the tuberosity or tubercles that's more anterior, and opposite and next posterior. Here. Or if you're going to base it on the fossa, if only one fossa is present, that is posterior. Okay, let's now identify the parts. Okay, so here you now have the head of the humerus or humeral head. Lateral to the head, this one is the neck of the humerus. Anatomical neck of the humerus. Anatomical neck of the humerus. Anatomical neck of the humerus. Okay, lateral to the neck, you have this one that is greater in size.
Tubercular groove.
So more lateral. We call this now as the greater tubercle or greater tuberosity of the humerus. Greater tubercle, greater tuberosity. And the other one that is more found anteriorly, a little bit medial, and a little bit below, and smaller in size. So you now have the lesser tubercle or lesser tuberosity. Okay, in between the two tubercles is presence of a groove. So we call that groove now as the bicipital groove, or some would call this also intertubercular groove. The word inter means between, tubercular, so tubercle, intertubercular groove. Okay, then below the tubercles, this portion here, we call this now as the surgical neck of the humerus. The surgical neck of the humerus. Surgical neck. Portion. Okay, why surgical neck? Because this is a part of the humerus that usually would undergo surgery, because most commonly may pattern yung fracture. Okay, then below you have the shaft. Then shaft here, more on the posterior side of the shaft, posterior. You have this one, this oblique shaft. So in presence of a groove, we call this groove now as the radial groove or the spiral groove. Spiral groove or radial groove. And then on the lateral side, and then where we protrude siya, rough. Ano siya? More protruding rough and surface. We call that part now as the deltoid tuberosity. This is where your deltoid would insert. So you have your deltoid tuberosity. Okay. Let's move on further downwards. Okay, downward here, this is what we call now as the supracondylar ridge. So this one's the medial, this one's the lateral supracondylar ridge. Medial, lateral supracondylar ridge. Okay. Further below, same with supracondylar ridge. Here on the side, we now have the epicondyles of the humerus. So one is on the medial side, so medial epicondyle, then you have this lateral epicondyle. Medial epicondyle, lateral epicondyle. Anina siya, right? You want to get more bone? We only have 2 bones for the humerus. You have both of it. Well, you can get there. We're just we'll share for this. I'm gonna share for this moment. Sharing is good. And we have many people. Okay. There. Okay, between these epicondyles, you have these 2 bony parts. Okay, one, this is the hourglass shape na bony part. Hourglass or meter. Some say hourglass. Bali-bali ninyo yung mga what time na. Hindi siya ang shape. So this now your trochlea. So you now have your trochlea. So trochlea. And then this one is the rounded part, and on the lateral you have your capitulum. So this is now the capitulum. a capitulum around it. Okay. So then, okay. So anteriorly you have two fossae that are found above this bony parts we mentioned at the trochlea part. So above the trochlea, you have a fossa there, depressed na siya. Is what we call your coronoid fossa. Your coronoid fossa. This is where you're going to flex your elbow, mo enter in your coronoid process. Then above the capitulum, you have this what we call your radial fossa. So radial fossa. This is where your radial head or head of the radius would get in if ever we're going to bend the elbow. Okay, posteriorly you have one fossa. Posteriorly, and we call that your olecranon fossa. So your olecranon fossa, this is where your olecranon process would get in when you extend the elbow. Now, okay there.